we are also getting these live visuals from outside the Baramati hospital. Shots of the ambulances carrying the mortal remains of all the people on board that ill-fated aircraft that crashed this morning. Also had the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Ajit Pawar, on board that aircraft when it crash landed very close to the Baramati tabletop runway. So that's where the incident really happened, and now we are getting in these visuals from outside the hospital in Baramati, where we can see the mortal remains of Ajit Pawar being taken out of Baramati and towards Mumbai. So this is the latest images that we can bring for our viewers, and right now this entire flurry of vehicles that are getting out of the Baramati hospital. Remember, we also have been bringing to you visuals of veteran NCP leader Sharad Pawar, who is currently at his residence in Mumbai. He's awaiting the arrival of the mortal remains of Ajit Pawar, and very soon the remains will be handed over to the family of Ajit Pawar. The funeral, we are told, happens tomorrow at about 11 a.m. So the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra would be laid to rest at 11 a.m. tomorrow, and that's when the funeral has been announced. We also, in fact, learning of a 3-day mourning that has been announced by the Maharashtra government. So these are the latest visuals. We are also, in fact, talking about how the mortal remains of Ajit Pawar were taken out of the hospital shortly, and that's the visuals that we are bringing to you. And on the other side of the screen, you can see how the family and the leaders from across party lines mourning the death and the sudden demise of Ajit Pawar. We also see visuals of his family members who are deeply shocked and shaken because of this sudden demise of Ajit Pawar. And right now, the mortal remains of the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra are being taken out of the Baramati hospital. In the middle of all this, we do see a certain amount of politics that is being played out, and the Bharatiya Janata Party hitting back against Mamata Banerjee over what they claim to be vulture politics being played out on part of the West Bengal Chief Minister, as she had asked for a Supreme Court monitored probe into the plane crash, the plane that was taking Ajit Pawar to Baramati from Mumbai, and while making an emergency landing attempt is when it crashed. So BJP countering all of those claims that have been made by Mamata Banerjee, dissing what they claim to be vulture politics on part of the West Bengal Chief Minister. There have been various voices that have come out in support of Ajit Pawar, mourning the loss of Ajit Pawar. We've had Mr. Ashok Chauhan, Mr. Prithviraj Chauhan all come to us on CNN News 18 and speak about the legacy that he leaves behind, the tough administrator that Ajit Pawar has been. In fact, my colleague Sunil Sawant is now joining us from outside the Baramati hospital. Sunil, ये जो visuals आप हमारे लिए सामने ला रहे हैं, अजीत पवार के mortal remains को अब मुंबई लेके जाया जा रहा है?
जी, अभी हम देख रहे हैं कि जो बारामती में हॉस्पिटल है, उस हॉस्पिटल में अजीत पवार जी का ये पार्थिव हम देख रहे हैं। थोड़ी देर तक पार्थिव यहीं पर रहेगा और उसके बाद 4 बजे यहाँ का जो वीपी कॉलेज है, उस कॉलेज में अंतिम दर्शन के लिए पार्थिव रखा जाएगा और कल सुबह 11 बजे विद्या प्रतिष्ठान जो बारामती का एक इलाका है, एक जो पवार जी ने ही खुला किया था, उस प्रतिष्ठान में अजीत पवार जी का देहांत होगा। वहाँ पे अंतिम संस्कार किए जाएंगे। फिलहाल हम ये दृश्य देख रहे हैं, वहाँ पे लोग बहुत ज्यादा आक्रामक हो रहे हैं, बहुत ज्यादा चिढ़ रहे हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कोई भी मीडिया अलाउड नहीं है, मीडिया यहाँ पे ना रहे। हमारा नेता आज हमारे साथ नहीं है, ये भावना उनकी है, इसलिए यहाँ से मीडिया कैमरा भी हटा रहे हैं।
जी सुनील, कब तक इनका पार्थिव शरीर मुंबई लेके आया जाएगा सुनील? We don't seem to have that link through with Suri. We'll try and reestablish that connection. But these are the visuals that we are bringing for our viewers from outside the Baramati hospital. Just a short while back, the mortal remains of Ajit Pawar, the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, have been taken out of the hospital and it's being taken to Mumbai. and that's where the last rites are going to be performed at around 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Before that, for the Antim Darshan, all the family members and the supporters of Ajit Pawar, all the other political leaders are going to be given that Antim Darshan of Ajit Pawar tomorrow, and after which the last rites are going to be conducted. Right now, we're putting out these visuals on one side of your screen, the mortal remains of Ajit Pawar being taken out of the hospital, and on the other side, you do see how the family members are completely inconsolable after the sudden demise of Ajit Pawar. We do understand the kind of void that Ajit Pawar leaves behind and the very important role that he's played, not just in Maharashtra politics, but also in national politics. Longest serving Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And remember, this was a record 6 times across coalitions that he'd served as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And that made him a pivotal figure in multiple governments. He's also a nephew of the NCP patriarch Sharad Pawar. He inherited and expanded the influential Pawar family legacy in Western Maharashtra, particularly through this Baramati stronghold. And it was in Baramati where he was supposed to be holding not just 1 or 2 but 4 public meetings, and for which he was about to land in Baramati, where the unfortunate episode of his aircraft crashing really unfolded. Also, talking about the portfolios, critical ones that he has held all through his tenure, including the finance portfolio that he holds, used to hold as he was the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra currently. Also always been known for his bold political maneuvers, including, and how can we not talk about the 2019 and 2023 splits and the alliance with the Bharatiya Janata Party that reshaped government formations and also the dynamics as far as opposition goes. In 2023 and 24, remember, it successfully rebelled against his uncle, securing the NCP name, symbol and the majority of the NCP MLAs via the Election Commission, and that in fact redefined the Nationalist Communist Party and the Nationalist Congress Party. And also remember, he was the longest serving Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and today sadly we speak of him in past tense as he has passed away because of the aircraft that crash landed in Baramati, one of his strongholds. My colleague Mayuresh Ganpati is also now joining us on the broadcast. Mayuresh, we are now learning that the mortal remains of Ajit Pawar are being taken to Mumbai from Baramati. There's an Antim Darshan that has also been planned. More details on that.
So his mortal remains have been taken to his native place near Baramati, where he has got an ancestral house. There, his mortal remains will be kept for the family to pay the last respect. And after that, his party workers, his followers will be allowed to basically pay the last respect at that particular place. And then tomorrow at 11 a.m. The final rites will happen at Vidya Pratishthan ground. Vidya Pratishthan is an educational institute which was started by Pawar family, and now Ajit Pawar's wife is basically looking at particular. So at that institute's ground, the last rites will happen somewhere around 11 o'clock. That's the information which you are getting.
Right, Mayuresh. So for how long will the mortal remains be in Baramati, close to Baramati, his ancestral place, before it's taken to the Vidya Pratishthan ground, the school where the final rites are taking place tomorrow at 11?
So if we see the crowd which has gathered there, it's in a large number, and everyone who gathered there, they want to pay the last respect to their beloved leader, because Ajit Pawar was a grassroots leader. He was not someone who has got a spoon in his mouth. He was a leader who basically earned that respect. So that's why the family had taken this decision. Because if you can see in the visuals also, which we were showing to our viewers, that there's a massive gathering outside hospital. And that's why they had to basically take that out from the emergency exit, and now the mortal
Right.
remains have been taken to the residence of Ajit Pawar in Baramati. So we have been told that at least till tomorrow morning,
Right.
the
Also,
mortal remains will be kept
also
at
Mayuresh,
his
we are